Welcome back to more Smash Replay Reel. We're gonna get into the next one here. Me as King DDD versus Sonic the Hedgehog.
3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, the idea, like, so at the end of it all, like Street Fighter V, continuing the conversation from the last episode, Street Fighter V has a big list of problems, and Wolf feels like a lot of it is simply because they didn't really test the game out. They just kind of like, we want it out by then. Okay, this is good enough. This is just something to package and sell, and that's kind of what they did. The game is incomplete. Like, certain things, like from what they tell me, and by they I mean Kovu and Wolf. From what they tell me about that game, like, it's completely bare bones. Hold on, text. Yeah, completely bare bones. Like, more or less, the only thing you can do is jump online and fight. And they say that the online servers are complete garbage. And they said that that's unacceptable, given that the beta testing was to figure out how well the servers would work. And apparently they just didn't give a shit about the beta test data, because the beta test, the servers in the final game and the beta test aren't much different. So, mind you, I ain't played it. So I haven't played it, but I've had two big Street Fighter fans tell me that the game just was a disappointment. Like, it was a full-on disappointment. Hearing Wolf say that the game just is bad. Capcom, that says a lot. That's like me saying a God of War game is bad. It's like, I don't know how, like, it might not mean much to the fans who don't know me, but just know that as far as PlayStation is concerned, God of War is hands down my favorite game series, like, straight up. And like, yeah, I can easily say Street Fighter is his favorite fighting series. And I guess he feels about Street Fighter the same way I feel about Smash. I think there's a lot in this game that, had they like actually tested it out and like asked fans, like, it's not just about putting characters in the game that we want. It's about like keeping true to what the game has been. Like, yeah, it looks about the same, but when a game doesn't play and feel the same, it kind of puts a dark cloud over the fun that you're supposed to be having. Like, I can honestly say that easily, like, Pro Skater 5 let me down 1,000 times worse than Smash did, by all means. And I think a big thing with that is, again, I paid $60 for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. And like I said, I could have gotten it for way less than that digitally, because I was expecting, like, oh, there's the book, there's the skater bios, and all that good stuff on the inside. But no, none of that. None of that was in there. So yeah. And it's all because, getting back to the point, because I ramble. Y'all know I ramble, but I ain't got nothing to do but ramble, because I ain't playing the game. It all boils down to the fact that the developers don't have to worry about it while they have the game, because they can fix it later. And it's kind of like buying a season pass to like an episodic game, or a game that knows it has a lot of DLC. It's like you buy a season pass, but there's never a guarantee that there's going to be any game data, any more game content released. But you've already paid like 60 or 70 bucks for the DLC. And like, what are you gonna do now? Like, if they don't release anything, like they release like one pack of DLC that probably was cheaper than the season pass, and they choose not to release anything else, they can just do that. They can do that because they already have the money. There is no real incentive for them to make the games better or to patch them and fix them. You want to know how I know that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. That game was a complete and utter fucking failure. That game released on Steam before it released on Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. It was so late on PlayStation 3. It was extremely late on the PlayStation 3. I had the demo for the PS4. No, I'm sorry, the Xbox 360, and the training dojo. In the demo alone, the training dojo was glitched out and broken. A lot of the things they were asking you to do, it wouldn't register that you were doing them. Now, the game itself boasted the ability to just like drop in and drop out and play with your friends at will. But I tried playing with Nightfire. It's like the game wasn't very big. I think it took at max 15 minutes to install, to download and install. It did not take very long. And that game was bad in the sense that like, me and him tried to play together. And even though maybe I was playing by myself, it wouldn't allow him to join me for whatever reason. I recall him telling me there was a mission, like I think like toward the second part of the, yeah, that was bad. I think toward the second part of the game, where he was supposed to climb up a ladder to exit the current mission. The ladder wasn't there, so he was literally just stuck out in the sewers. Wow, that went on for 6 minutes. Jeez. So he was just stuck down in the sewers and couldn't leave. The game was broken. The game was completely broken. It came out on Steam first. All the problems that Steam owners of the game had complained about to Steam and the people who made the game, none of that got fixed for the Xbox 360 version or the PlayStation 3 version. None of it. And like Steam has it apparently to where if a game gets enough negative reviews, they'll take it down. Or they'll like offer like I guess like a partial refund. I don't know. I haven't bought anything from Steam yet for real. But the sad part is that they released it. Like the game itself wasn't $15 when it came out on the PS4. I mean 3. Damn, y'all. And was it worth $15? Nah, I never finished it. There were certain missions that you could not get past without help. And by help I mean you had to have 4 people playing in a team. Because if you played by yourself, the AI kind of did nothing. You would play as one turtle and you were allowed to switch between the 4, but they really wouldn't do much of anything as far as like thinning out the crowd of enemies that you had to go through. They wouldn't do much. And so if one died, like as they died, there was no reviving them. They were just down. They were down for good. Like there was nothing you could do to revive them. Like that at this point in time, like that's what I call a gaming taboo. Like a life system. Anything that's not an arcade game that has a life system, by arcade I mean games like Whoa Dave, Binding of Isaac, stuff like that. Like that's what I call arcade games. Like there's no real, you're not doing much of anything. There's no ongoing story. There's just here's the thing. Like to not be able to revive. Like I understand like in Destiny when you're in a particular like game, like a particular mission in the game, you either have to wait a while before you can revive or you have to wait for somebody to revive you. But in that game the only way you can revive anybody is if you had health items, some pizzas. That's the only way you could revive people, and you had to pick like you would have like a slice, a half, or like a full, and you'd have to decide like how much of it you was going to give them. And at the end of it, it's just stupid. It was stupid to even like have that be a thing. It's like I really still believe that like games like that, like 3D, like button mashers like that, yeah, they totally need to just be like get through part, health regenerate. You know, enemy a comrade goes down, go get it, like maybe wait a couple seconds, wait X number of seconds before you can go pick them up, and then just go pick them up. Like that whole life system, that shit, that's just played the fuck out. Yeah, that shit is played all the way the fuck out. But again, like that's just a gripe on my end. The game as a whole was fucking broken. Like it was just the worst. And as it stands, there hasn't been a full-on good Ninja Turtles game since Turtles in Time. Now I played the first game that was released for the 2003 series, and I played the third game that was released for the 2003 series. I never got to play the second one. Those games weren't bad. Those games weren't bad, but I remember, yeah, having to play. They look awful because at the time the graphics just weren't ready. But I remember playing through the first one maybe 4 times. You had to play through it as each turtle. Have it on Xbox, and I don't think I have it on GameCube. I might. Not the point. Those weren't bad. The 2007 movie game. Given that I guess I saw the movie first. Yeah, I saw the movie before I played the game. Like the game has nothing to do with what happens in the movie. At all. It actually has nothing to do with what happens in the movie. And it suffers from collectibles, and hate me if you want. I'm not a fan of collectibles in video games. Really not. Not like that kind of game. No, like where you scour, or you have to scour the damn areas. And mind you, I was playing it on the Wii, so it wasn't like it was the best visibility. Like, yeah, I haven't played a good Ninja Turtles game. I think the most fun one I've played in a while was a TMNT Smash Up, which came out on the PS2. Which, oh yeah, expect that. You can expect that on fight mode, on versus mode at some point. Tatsunoko versus Capcom. I'll be doing my I'll be doing some, what them junks called? Survival matches. Yeah, so this is my redemption with DDD. Me doing my best, like, back together. He's another one of those characters I didn't play much with him in Brawl, but he's not so bad in this game. His final smash is again better than it used to be. God damn it. For those who don't know, Jaleel White played the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. And yes, Jaleel White is Urkel. I was kind of surprised that they didn't use the Sonic Boom character model for Sonic in this game. It felt like the right thing to do, given that like they had just released a new Sonic game for the Wii U and the 3DS. Sonic Lost Worlds isn't bad. I only played the demo, but it was kind of fun. I kind of want to play that. I just don't want to pay for it. Socked him right in the mush.
The winner is King TDD.
All right, y'all. That's the conclusion for this one. I want to thank any and everybody for coming out and watching this joint with me. Because this time you're actually watching with me. And we'll pick up with some more episodes in the next one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what's going down. But hell, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.